That's on your side. News 12, first at 5, continues.
After a hot week, there's a chance for rain this weekend and even some rain in our area just now. We'll take a look at that ahead, and man, we need some relief from all this summer heat. I hope it'll arrive soon.
And breaking the cycle of crime through music and art, a local program teaching children with a criminal past to find their passion and move forward.
Today, the youth diversion to the arts program saw 6 of its students graduate from the program.
Our Nick Veland takes a look at how programs like these use the classroom instead of the courtroom to help get these kids back on track.
Work behind me showcases all of the art that's been done over this past summer at the Jesse School of Art. There's a program here that goes deeper than artwork. It even goes deeper than singing and dancing on the stage. For a few people, they've been learning the arts over the whole summer as part of the youth diversion of the arts program. It's for students who have committed crimes but have turned to this program to get back on the right track. Today, 6 students graduate from this program, and since they began, none have committed a new offense. The Jesse Norman School says art allows kids opportunity to find passion.
There's some difficulty when you're approaching new subjects where I think kids and adults alike will look at a new subject and they'll say, I can't do that. I think the arts are a really easy and manageable on-ramp to not only I can do that, but I did that.
Coming up all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we'll learn more about the long-term efforts to keep these kids away from crime. In Augusta, Nick Veland, on your side.
Certainly a great solution to an ongoing problem in our community. Thanks for that, Nick. And we'll turn to weather now with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale. And Riley, you have some ominous
outlook coming up in just about 10 minutes.
All right, thanks, Riley. Law enforcement agencies are searching for 2 separate aggravated assault suspects. Grovetown Public Safety is searching for 22-year-old Jordan Thomas. He's wanted for aggravated assault and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. The incident happening yesterday on Sycamore Lane in Grovetown. Now, the Richmond County Sheriff's Office is searching for Deontra Miller for an aggravated assault that happened on June 12th on Lumpkin Road. Investigators say he's considered armed and dangerous. If you have any information on either suspect, call law enforcement. A man is dead after Burke County deputies responded to a call for help from medical crews. Now, this happening early this morning just outside of Louisville on Bailey Road. Deputies say they were called to assist medical crews in transporting Freddie Walker to a local hospital for evaluation. Authorities say Walker became combative and a deputy used a stun gun on Walker after he tried to fight. After he was restrained, Walker became unresponsive. He was pronounced dead at the hospital, and the Columbia County Sheriff's Office Force Investigation Team is looking into this situation. Now, the Burke County Sheriff Alfonso Williams just releasing an audio recording responding to this incident. We are listening to that now, and we'll bring you updates as we get more with this case.
A person is dead after catching a rare brain infection in Georgia. Today, the State Department of Public Health did not release any details about the victim, but they say they likely caught a rare amoeba called Naegleria fowleri while swimming in a pond or lake. Now, this amoeba destroys brain tissue, and it is usually deadly. It lives in soil and warm, fresh water, lakes, rivers, ponds, and hot springs. Now, this is so rare, only about 3 people in the U.S. catch it every single year. Officials say the best way to prevent catching this rare amoeba is to prevent getting water up your nose when you're swimming in lakes or ponds. What would you do if an alligator started calling your backyard pond
No, thank you.
its home?
Nope.
Yeah, well, that's exactly the situation one woman in North Augusta says she is facing after she says an alligator just suddenly appeared in her backyard.
That's
pond.
a big one, too.
Yeah, wasn't there before. Now she's understandably worried about walking her dogs and kids that play in that area.
I don't want this thing chasing me. So everybody has said, keep your dogs in, stay in. So that's what I've had to do.
Well, all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, our Audrey Dickherber looks into why it's no easy task to remove this gator that suddenly moved in from this equation. Yeah.
That's not something you want to deal
I
with
know.
every day, especially with dogs and kids.
Yeah, dogs and kids and gators just don't mix.
No, they do not.
Concerned doctors are demanding action. Recent numbers from the American Public Health Association reveal gun violence is the leading cause of premature death in the U.S.
Atlanta News First reporter Abby Kasouris found out both sides are ready to duke this one out under the Gold Dome.
You see every single week, every single weekend, there's another news story that comes out of a young child who's been shot.
According to the CDC, gun violence is now the #1 cause of death for children. Since 2015, there were at least 184 unintentional shootings, resulting in 80 deaths and 111 injuries.
But it really goes through that process of what it's like to receive a patient who is a victim of a gunshot wound, who is a young child, what that's like to treat them, what it means for the families, right?
Representative Michelle Al is talking about a letter she received from dozens of ER doctors in Georgia, writing to lawmakers to inspire change.
Right? And these things continue to happen, and no one sees that more, vividly than our doctors and pediatricians who work in the ER.
She is sponsoring a bill called the Safe Storage Act, requiring parents to lock or secure a gun around anyone 17 years old or younger. If not, they could face criminal penalties. Jerry Henry with the Georgia Second Amendment Society is prepared to fight back.
The letter that they put out is just an emotional letter. It does not tell you anything that would prohibit or prevent one of those gun deaths.
He feels the number of teenagers with gunshot wounds in the ER could be conflated because of gang violence.
And you're not going to write any law, nobody's going to write any law that just by the words is going to stop violence.
The Safe Storage Act didn't make it out of committee this last legislative session and remains alive for the next session starting in January. Representative Al says she plans on sweetening the deal and trying to get a Republican sponsor by adding a tax incentive for people who buy a lockbox or a safe. In East Point, I'm Abby Kasouris.
Thanks, Abby. Today, officials in Bamberg County cut the ribbon on the new Ed Darnell Law Enforcement Center. It's a state-of-the-art facility for the county and is named after one of the longest-serving sheriffs in South Carolina's history. Darnell passed away 1 year ago after serving Bamberg County for more than a lot of decades here.
Danny's years of service in law enforcement spanned over 4 decades for a total of about 48 years. That's over half his life. With 42 of those years as the sheriff of Bamberg County. Upon his retirement, he was the longest serving sheriff in South Carolina at that time.
The Bamberg County Sheriff's Office says that this building dedication serves as a thank you for Darnell and his tribute of his unwavering dedication and relentless pursuit of justice for almost 5 decades there. Incredible.
A Georgia teenager, now the youngest owner of a popular franchise. We'll have his story and more coming up. Riley?
And we are keeping an eye on a few downpours close to town, and these rain chances will stick with us into the first half of the weekend. We'll have that forecast next. Time and stay a little bit below average most of next week.
A breaking news update to a story we brought you a few minutes ago about the Burke County man who died after being tased this morning. The Burke County Sheriff has just released a video statement about the situation.
He says the Columbia County Force Investigation Team is now handling this investigation. Here is part of the statement Sheriff Alfonso Williams provided to us. Take a listen.
Officers have cooperated fully. The Sheriff's Office will continue to cooperate fully with the investigation. We will release the details as soon as the investigation is complete.
Sheriff Williams went on to say they will release the body camera footage again once the investigation is complete. He is promising full transparency.
Yeah, and we're posting the sheriff's full video statement on our website, wrdw.com. Stick with us. We have much more news and weather coming up after a short break.
First of flavor. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Starting a business is a remarkable feat at any age, but one Georgia State student is now the youngest franchise owner of a nationwide chain.
Amanda Rose shows us this inspiring entrepreneur and his first day on the job.
Ahil Lalani remembers the taste of his first acai bowl, filled with all kinds of fresh fruit and crunchy granola. Years later, the now 20-year-old Georgia State student isn't working for the franchise Fruitables that serves them. He's the owner of this brand new location in Cumming.
My dad opened his first business when he was around my age too, in India. And so that definitely inspired me.
Leilani comes from a family of immigrants who started off working fast food jobs, eventually saving up to buy a few small grocery stores.
I used to come home from school, or be dropped there right after school and just sleep on the counter on some days. So yeah, I definitely grew up seeing exactly how much work ethic they had.
The finance major decided it was his turn to pursue his entrepreneurial goals. And with some loans and his family's help, Leilani took a gap semester to make all of this possible.
They're all very supportive. The one big thing was don't leave school.
For the faint of flavor. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Starting a business is a remarkable feat at any age, but one Georgia State student is now the youngest franchise owner of a nationwide chain.
Amanda Rose shows us this inspiring entrepreneur and his first day on the job.
Ahil Lalani remembers the taste of his first acai bowl, filled with all kinds of fresh fruit and crunchy granola. Years later, the now 20-year-old Georgia State student isn't working for the franchise Fruitables that serves them. He's the owner of this brand new location in Cumming.
My dad opened his first business when he was around my age too, in India. And so that definitely inspired me.
Leilani comes from a family of immigrants who started off working fast food jobs, eventually saving up to buy a few small grocery stores.
I used to come home from school, or be dropped there right after school and just sleep on the counter on some days. So yeah, I definitely grew up seeing exactly how much work ethic they had.
The finance major decided it was his turn to pursue his entrepreneurial goals. And with some loans and his family's help, Leilani took a gap semester to make all of this possible.
They're all very supportive. The one big thing was don't leave school.
Leilani hopes all of the time and money he's poured into his business pays off. And eventually, he wants to open more Fruitables locations nearby. For now, he has a message for anyone with dreams, big or small.
As far as thinking you're incapable because of your age, that should never be a factor.
Wise words there, but I have a great question. I wonder how many people don't know how to spell acai.
I don't know.
Because our producer just said that she said acai bowl.
Well, that's what I thought it was
No.
at first. I didn't know. Did
Acai.
you really know it was acai the first time you
Absolutely.
saw it?
Yes.
I'm calling.
Yes,
No.
I did. Acai.
you
I'm
did
getting. I'm catching it.
You did not know that the first
People,
time you saw
people are
that.
yelling at me right now.
I don't
because
believe you, Will. I don't believe
I
you.
don't know what to tell you. I'm just.
All right, spell it.
I'm good like that.
Spell it.
acai. Whatever. Let's move on.
A 93-year-old woman fighting to hold on to her family's land. I am moving on, Will. Getting support from an A-list celebrity. Listen to this, though. Rapper Snoop Dogg is donating $10,000 to help Josephine Wright countersue a developer in Hilton Head Island. Wright's property has been in her family since the Civil War, but a developer is fighting to get her to sell that property. NBA player Kyrie Irving is also joining the cause, donating $40,000 last month. Good for them.
It's pretty awesome.
It is awesome.
Well, progress is coming along on South Carolina's first state park in 20 years. Black River State Park is in Williamsburg County and is expected to open in the spring. State park officials say that they are working on building infrastructure throughout the park, things like campsites and tree houses. This park is part of a decades-long effort to protect the land around the Black River, which is crucial for flood retention. This will also be South Carolina's first ever riverine park. I think I said that right.
I absolutely love Spanish moms.
Riverine. Okay.
Yeah, I think you did. I think
Acai.
you got it right.
There you go.
Acai, there we go. I knew it was coming back. Now, every kid who picks up a bat or a glove dreams about one day hearing their name called and making it to the big league.
Absolutely. News 12 Sports Director Dan Booth caught up with a Lakeside High School alum who's made his dreams of playing pro baseball a reality. Dan.
After years of climbing the ranks, Lakeside High School and University of Georgia alum Will Childers has gone from right down the road in Evans to playing minor league baseball for the Carolina Mudcats. Talking about this for a homecoming. Last month, in his second outing after being promoted, the Evans native had the chance to take the mound against his hometown team, the Augusta Green Jackets. When speaking with Childers, in addition to diving into his baseball career, his family, the importance of giving back to the Augusta community, and his battle with multiple major injuries throughout the years, we also discussed some of the recent rule changes to America's favorite pastime, including the pitch clock and how that impacts his approach to the game.
I'd say 9 times out of 10, like I'm a fan of it, but there's some times for sure where the runner on base, like you'll shake a sign, the next thing you know you look up and there's 2 seconds left, so you either gotta hurry up or step off. But I think overall it's definitely more catered to the offensive game, like with limited amount of pickoffs, bigger bases like you said for stolen bases and whatnot.
You can catch our full 20-minute interview with Will Childers on the WRDW News 12 YouTube page. That's it for sports. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Thompson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat. We make buying easy.
Don't you hate it when you leave your car in the hot parking lot and it turns into a sauna? Good luck getting that ice cream home in one piece. The average in-car temperature is 43 degrees higher than outside, which means on some days it can reach up to 138 degrees inside your car. That's why you need the First Alert Weather Auto Sunshade, sponsored by Funkin' Heating and Air. Pop it up on your windshield and keep your car cool all year long.
Enter to win your First Alert Weather Auto Sunshade at WRDW.com. Tune in Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 to see if you're awake.
Interiors Market by Weinbergers is the newest place to buy furniture. Our building has been redesigned inside and out. We have filled the store with unique furniture, mattresses, and accessories, all at unbeatable prices. We have living room, bedroom, dining room, and even kids' furniture all on display now. Hurry in and see all of the new furniture that fits your style and your budget.
Come see what's new.